Hey guys, Corey here. What I'm bringing to you today is the video that I made for myself 3 years ago, just to journal like the end of what my life was like when I lived in Oklahoma last time, between marriages, preparing to move back to Texas, start a new life, and also enjoying the places and things there that I loved with my then soon-to-be husband. Sorry I'm playing with my hair a lot, but like it's still slightly damp and it feels frizzy, so I'm trying to tame the frizz. The only thing I didn't do with this video was film an outro, because by the time I had finished it, I had moved and I was like, oh, I just did this for me. I just never got around to it. So present day me will be back at the end to do the outro. Anyway, here's the video. Hello everyone, Curry here. Long time no see. So much has happened since then. For the last year and several months, I've been living back in Oklahoma, Broken Arrow, where I've made several videos before, and it's been great. It's been a great adventure. Life's been great, but in about a month and a half, I'm gonna move back down to Texas, where I lived during the several years that I had quit YouTube. But before I move, I decided I wanted to continue exploring more where I live here, go back to some old favorite places. I've tried a bunch of new places to eat and fun things to do, and it's been great. I figured I'd do an old day in the life or week in the life style video that I used to do before, even though at the moment I'm planning to do this just for me, in case someday I post it. Then hello everyone. I think most of the places I go I'm gonna drive, because it's a little bit too warm. It's still early spring, but it's too warm for me to like to walk anywhere. But my favorite coffee shop is so close to my house, it's crazy. So I'm gonna walk there, I'm gonna get a cup of coffee, and I'm gonna write for a little bit, and we'll see where else the day takes us. This is the place. It's Rise, Grind, and Ride Espresso Cafe. It used to be called Romeo's Espresso Cafe a long time ago. There's another more popular place on Main Street, but there's too many people there all the time. Okay, I didn't write very much, and I had other things I was gonna do that required internet, but for some reason my laptop would not connect to the Wi-Fi, so I'll have to do it at home, but it's okay. It's really warm out here. I found that place, I want to say in 2014 or 2015. I remember one day I set out to go back there so that I could make a video about it, but I couldn't find it. It was back when it was still called Romeo's. I live right by it now, so I could go all the time, but I don't go that often. The other place that's really popular on Main Street is called Laurennae, and it looks super trendy on the inside, all the decor, the way the baristas dress, all that. I mean, it's gorgeous, and they have this backyard. It has fake grass, but they have trendy swings, and it is beautiful. That's for sure. It's just always very crowded and noisy because everybody goes there. Whereas Rise, Grind, and Ride Espresso Cafe, that is a long name. There are always so few people. I think there was one time where there was only one table available when I went there. Most of the time, there's plenty of seating. It's not as noisy because it's not full of people and loud music. They play music, but it's not like loud to, be heard over people talking while people are trying to talk over it. I already forgot that there's a sidewalk here now. It was recently put in. Okay, I was gonna be done for today, because it's like 3 hours until I go to bed. I work super early in the morning, so I go to bed early. But I just saw a post on Facebook from a tie-dye shop that's around the corner. It opened up recently, at least this location did. But they have some tie-dye sweatpants, and I'm gonna go check them out. So I really hope they have fitting rooms, because I've only been inside once and I don't remember if there were. And it was crazy busy, so it's understandable that I didn't notice. But let's go hopefully get some awesome tie-dye sweatpants. Ugh, it's gotten even windier. That's disgusting. Parking is insane right now. I mean, it's understandable. The weather is incredibly nice. It's a Friday. School's out. You know, people are obviously off of work. But yeah, gladly I found a parking space that's close enough that I shouldn't be all sweaty and gross. Sorry for the TMI. Well, unfortunately, they only had one pair of the kind of sweatpants I was looking for in stock, and they were a little bit too big. Otherwise, I would have gotten them because they were super comfortable. The dress, I don't really like the style or how the top of that style dress looks on me, and it could have been a little bit tighter, but I'm still thinking about those sweatpants. They said they could order more, so we'll see. Maybe one day I'll come back and get myself a pair. There was one more thing I was gonna say about the tie-dye shop that I was in. I know it looked dead when I was in there and filming, but basically as soon as I stopped filming, a whole bunch of people came in to do a tie-dye party, like brought a bunch of kids. They do parties where a bunch of people will make a tie-dye item and you can pick what you want. I don't know what the rules are or anything. I haven't asked. But it's never dead in there. It was just randomly empty the moment that I went in there. Thankfully, because I don't like filming when there are a bunch of people, because that makes me feel weird, because I'm making other people feel weird. And I don't want to have to blur out all these faces either. But yeah, it's really cool in there. I want to buy a bunch of stuff. I'm still thinking about those sweatpants, even though they were a little too big. Okay, it's a week later. I gave in and I bought the sweatpants. I found another pair that fit better, but I wasn't as crazy about the colors on it. There was a lot of white and bright colors, and I was like, if I wear these to work, I work in a warehouse, so if I wear these to work in the winter, they're gonna get stained with dirt. So it's still pretty chilly this morning, so that's nice. I wore a sweater hoping that it's not too warm to walk in a sweater. I'm not taking my car, I'm just walking, so we'll see how that goes. And there's still construction everywhere. So that's what that noise is. I'm not sure where I'm gonna go today, but I'll walk around and see what there is. I know there's a gelato shop here, but I just had breakfast, so I'm not really feeling gelato or even the bagels that they sell there, which I've never tried. I worked in a bagel shop right before I moved back to Broken Arrow, so anytime I have bagels, I put quotes around it because it's just like bagel-shaped bread. But because we'd have people come into that bagel shop and say, these are the best bagels I've had since New York or whatever. So I guess I got pretty spoiled there. So yeah, we'll see what today brings. Okay, I'm on Main Street in Broken Arrow. This is the Rose District. I just passed a ramen shop. I haven't yet been in there. They also have boba tea and stuff. Believe they have sushi. But again, I haven't been in there. I'm also about to pass this breakfast and brunch place called Toast. I've been in there once since they moved to this location. They used to be a little bit further south. And the one time I went when they were there, I was still vegan and they had nothing for vegans. I got just potatoes, but they had bacon in it and were cooked in bacon grease. So I didn't eat anything there that day. But the new location, it's like in the same store as another restaurant. So like you can have brunch and breakfast at Toast, and then for like lunch, dinner, drinks later, you can go to the same place, which I haven't done. I haven't eaten at the other cafe, restaurant, whatever it is. I'm so excited. I was just gonna get a plain bagel at the bagel shop, but I could smell the smoked salmon, so I was like, yeah, give me a lox instead. So got myself a lox sandwich for later, sans cream cheese and red onions. I bet that is gonna taste really good. I'm excited. Hey guys, present day query again. I really love that I decided to make that video. It reminds me of all the good things living back there, like getting to go to places I loved, all the healing that occurred, reconnecting with old friends, including my now husband. He had a side job that he had to do up there, and we actually met 16 years prior to reconnecting and had been friends that whole time. and we'd both been divorced. We both had crappy first marriages. We each decided we're gonna be single forever. Went into this reconnecting our friendship with that mindset. Never had a crush on each other, and then just out of nowhere it turned romantic, and we're like, what? Let's take this slowly. Everything felt so natural. We were each other's best friend. We'd already talked so deeply as just friends about anything and everything that there was no like, oh, I have to mention this thing. How do I bring it up to a romantic partner? It could be awkward. No, it was just everything is natural. And even though we eloped, we still did our planned wedding a month later. Just so fortunate to have the healing experience that I did, and even talking with my husband has been way more therapeutic than any therapist or support group has ever been. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I loved making it, and I love watching it just for the memories, like a photo album. If you did like it, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already and you want to see more, and see you in the next video. We both had crappy first marriages. Bye.